All right, we're live. We're live. Okay. Live on Twitch or whatever.
Why you say Adam's apple like it was normal?
No one does that, baby. Nobody does that.
Usually it's testing 1 2 3 or action, something like that.
Adam's apple.
Yes. Okay. Doing good. I'm cleaning it right now. I'm not at my desktop, but doing good.
I'm doing good, Mike. Thanks, Mike.
I'm good. I'm just chilling right now.
Yeah, how are you doing? Yeah. So crazy.
We don't speak about Planet of the Apes, okay?
Oh.
You'll get a copyright strike.
God. Mm. Yeah.
Bad Adam's apples.
I seen it on YouTube a couple times, a couple clips. It's
Yeah, we watched Battle Kitty. It was really good.
it's charming. I'll give it that.
They're obsessed with butts in that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go sit by this time.
The physics are really interesting.
Oh no.
You were talking this whole time, was she? But yeah, no.
That's the second time.
Kitty,
I hate it.
Battle Kitty be doing a lot in their show.
A lot of ass. Overwatch
But
porn
I've
could
noticed
never.
that me and Dizzy Mochi have been watching a lot of just new shows lately that have been coming out this year, and there's a lot of queer representation in them, and a lot of just different people, just more than your average regular character that you would always see.
That was definitely
like that.
We watched the Baymax series. It's
I like that
10 episodes. Yeah, each episode's 10 minutes. Oh, 6? Oh, they were just 10 minutes long.
That shit was short.
And they had a lot of progressive conversations, menstrual cycles, and just a lot of inclusive activities, and it was really good.
And the overall messages that they were saying, in in the whole episodes, all the episodes was pretty good too. Like you shouldn't be scared to change. You shouldn't you shouldn't be scared to do something better for your health and all that.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good show. I like that shit. It was a really good show. Like
Cartoons back in the day could never.
cartoons back in the day could, but not to the extent that like some shows nowadays are doing. Like the thing is,
Right.
back in the day, the best type of shows were shows that can really grip your attention. Shows that can really show like that bright actiony or subverting expectations, like how Powerpuff Girls did, where they're like cute little fucking goon kids, but they were beating the absolute fuck out of a monkey every week.
Goon kids. Goon kids?
Goon kids. Goon kids. They were beating the absolute fuck out of that nigga. Got his shit rocked. That nigga brain was hanging out every time.
Goddamn baby.
That
kid.
is true.
Like, I think the funniest shit was that one episode where Buttercup was talking shit. Like, yo, you want me to hit you? He's like, oh, you do? No, you do? Yeah, no. Okay, I'll give it to you. And then beat the absolute shit out of him more. And he was over there crying, getting his shit rocked, like every day.
I feel bad for that monkey.
But nowadays, it's more like lessons. Like, yeah,
Yep, true.
cause every cartoon nowadays got some like flashy shit in it, but not every cartoon can give you a good ass lesson.
You know what? Craig of the Creek just they're about to come out with this like new character in the show, and I didn't know this about like a lot of black people, but I do know about ASL, right? They actually do have black ASL because back when ASL was first being like, popularized, because of course there was a lot of stuff going on in the past, and so with segregation and everything, it was kind of hard to really stabilize a language that didn't involve words. And so there's actually black ASL because schools were segregated when they were teaching it. And so Craig of the Creek, that's something that I learned as an adult that I didn't even know.
Never knew that.
I didn't know that either. But you know what? That's good shit too. Cause that means cartoons can teach some shit to adults too. Cause we ain't know that, we adults.
I didn't know that at all.
And the funny part is, I took an ASL class in high school. I didn't know that at all. That's crazy.
That's actually really good to know.
I really did not know that. I was surprised, but it makes sense. I mean, a lot of the older generation that is hearing impaired usually is fluent in it. And I thought it was just regular ASL. I didn't know there was a difference between the two.
Like, I didn't know there was a difference. I thought, like, if there was a difference, I thought it would just be, like, slang. Like I didn't know it was, like, a whole, like, thing like that. This, like, shit, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. And the fact that,
I think
like,
Craig of the Creek is a really good show.
I need to watch Craig of the Creek more. Because Craig of the Creek, I do, like, almost every episode has, like, a lesson. But, like, it's not, like, a lesson that's, like, ham-fisted. Like, that's, like, hey, kids! It's
more subtle.
Do not lie to your mama.
Yeah.
She will beat your motherfucking ass if she catches you. I swear to God.
Like, what I like about cartoons nowadays is like they treat their audience, their children audience, like with like respect and kind of give them like they don't spoon feed them the lesson, They have it be to where they can figure out themselves. It's like everywhere else in the world, they'll just hear that it's like spoon fed, like saying you didn't catch the message. It's be nice to your mommy, okay?
Respect your grand folks. Respect your grand folks if they cool to you. All that.
That cooties.
As bad as they did him, me and Dizzy were watching Harley Quinn. Yeah. Dr. Psycho got ate up. Like, bro. He was the most hated character in the entire series. And it was so funny because he kept slipping up. He didn't even care. It got to the point where he was just like, you know what? I'm just going to say it. And he just kept saying the C slur. It kept going and going. And you was like, in the middle of season 2. In the middle of season 2, he seemed like he was like growing. Nah, he was just holding back. He was just holding back. He was waiting.
He straight up said, I hated working for a woman.
He did. He just got so blunt with it. He didn't even care.
Oh my god. Psycho was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That whole show was crazy.
It was actually
I
really
love
funny.
that show. Oh, season
I'm
3's coming
very
out at the
out
end
of
of
the
this
loop.
month, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm very
God.
out of the loop of what is it, modern animation and all that. Because to me, when it comes to animation or the stuff that I've watched, is probably like mid 2000s, and then I never really. The last animation thing I probably watched was Star Wars Clone Wars. That was it.
That's still
And
pretty
not
good.
even,
though.
not even the CGI. It's like the 2D drawn.
Oh,
That
yeah,
one
that
was
Yeah.
good
years
as
ago.
fuck.
Yep.
That one was real
That's
good
like
With Shaggy and all that.
though.
Shaggy.
Yes, Shaggy, SHA' GI, I believe. And it was like an Easter egg for Scooby Doo.
That's crazy. They put Shaggy in Star Wars.
And
I'm
One
trying
of
to
my
remember.
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say one of my favorite all-time cartoons, Ed and Eddie. I don't think it had a
Mhm.
single lesson in it.
Nope.
That motherfucker.
just random shit
It
happening.
was just
Yeah.
random shit. Motherfucker ate a whole ass mattress. Motherfuckers just getting their ass beat all the time. The sound effects were really
Jawbreakers.
fucking funny. The candy, yes. But like
Ah.
the thing was, because of like the spectacle and how funny it was a really good show. It was like
Yes.
like it didn't need a lesson because it was really entertaining. It's like that's
The
what
movie had a lesson.
the movie did kind of have a lesson, and I like that.
Saying don't fake yourself. Be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You could say the whole series were building up for that, but I'm not gonna give it that much credit.
I know for a fact
refuse to give it
they
that
were
much.
not building up that fucking far for that.
Yeah.
The
doesn't
writers, I'll give them respect for that, but the characters, I would not get them that respect. I would not.
You know what I will say? It's sort of like the Amazing World of Gumball, because like me and Dizzy have been like watching like from beginning to end, and the first few seasons are pretty much like Ed and Eddie, where just crazy wild shit for no reason happens, and there's no lesson to be learned. But then like once you get into like the later seasons of Gumball, they actually like do have some real lessons in there, and like
Mhm.
about inclusivity and all that.
Yo,
Yep, it's almost like with all other shows too, both animation and live action. It just starts out with events happening episodic, like Freak of the Week and all that, and then it builds up to an arc, overarching story.
like Adventure Time. Yeah. Like
Adventure Time, yeah. But the thing is about Adventure Time, they didn't have no lessons neither. Adventure Time did have a lesson. It was very lost. It was very lost in all the episodes. Like, of course, they had like some good messages, and they said some like good things. Like when Jake's like talks good. He talks good. I can't remember exactly what he says sometimes, but he says some good shit. He talks good.
He talks good.
He talks good. He talks good. He says some good shit.
You are a caveman. Oh my.
He talks good.
He talks good.
Dog talk good. He said, I do remember he said some good shit, but I can't remember exactly what he said. But besides that, Adventure Time didn't have no lessons. Adventure Time was a lot of random shit, and they were trying to tie that shit together as like a story.
Huh. I thought like towards season 3 or 4, it got like serious.
Well, yeah, they got serious, but they weren't like saying lessons and shit. It was like serious as in like they had like a kind of like a story, but like they didn't have like any
No
lessons.
lessons after each episode.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I
like-
got you.
It was more like just like it was like a story, but like the story was very loosely tied.
Coming to think of it, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about Adventure Time and like how it had a lot of representation for different people. And I haven't been watching Cartoon Network for a while. I'm not like the oldest person in the world, so I don't have all like the I remember waiting for this episode to come out. But I do remember Adventure Time first coming out. And I think Marceline and Princess Bubblegum was like the most we are gay relationship that they've ever said without it being like super censored. Because I know like Total Drama Island, they had like some like lesbian characters and Owen.
Yep,
But
definitely.
I think at Adventure Time,
Oh,
Owen was bi, I think. Because
Owen
he used
was-
to always crush.
He was
He used to always
talking
crush
to
on that one guy.
Yeah, Justin.
looks
He was trying to say,
familiar.
"Hey, Justin." What you doing,
Yeah.
dog? Your
Oh,
pants.
it's the big dude.
Yeah, he was
Like, it looked
like,
familiar.
wow,
Sounded
your
familiar.
pants are cool.
Yeah. And so I just remember like Marceline and Princess Bubblegum, they weren't really like trying to hide the fact that they liked each other. It was more of just like we were watching them grow together. And I know in most cartoons, they usually try to censor and hide that stuff away because it's like, you know, there's a lot of laws and stuff that they have to get around because, you know, parents and people are really sensitive. But I think they did a good job at like making it known.
And they did even better after the show was over because they had that one special with those two in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
But-
see it, but it
Fuck
looked
Princess
good.
Bubblegum. Fuck her. She's
Honestly,
literally a
Oh,
colonizer.
BB.
She's a
fuck her.
colonizer. She went to the Fire Kingdom and then told them, "Y'all got to get out. This is my place now."
She
And
really
then-
is a fuck ass character through the whole series.
Piece of shit. She's a piece of shit.
I
Yeah.
almost,
And then she-
I almost wish they made somebody else a lesbian because she was a bitch.
The entire
Yeah.
Candy Kingdom is people who are just as smart as her, but she gave them dum juice, and
Yo,
so they literally are her slaves without even knowing it.
she watches them sleep. She let Finn
She is a
on.
horrible
She
character.
kept-
Dictator.
She kept getting Finn out of relationships and falling back in love with her.
Didn't she
dang.
try to like kill the other human that like Finn was trying to get close with?
Yes,
That
Susan
sounds like her
Strong.
character.
Yes,
Sounds like her character.
she did try to kill Susan
yeah,
Strong.
that-
I remember
yeah,
that.
big bitch. Oh
Mhm.
shit!
Yes, you remember Susan Strong? She reminds me of
I
Kate.
remember that. And she left. She left Finn because of that. Oh my god.
That big
Oh.
bitch.
All about her. She was strong as shit.
Right? Like I remember PB was low-key a real hater on anything that wasn't like if she wasn't getting the attention, she was gonna make sure that something happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, sounds like me.
I'm pretty sure she wasn't it was the if they didn't have the Ice King's crown back before like the world was like nuked, I'm pretty sure she was gonna world dominate and kill everything and just be
Yeah.
like she was gonna be the Lich.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But then like they luckily like the girl who had the crown, she wished that like the world would like freeze or some shit after the nuke went off. And I think that was like the smartest thing she could have done because PB is really the villain. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
She is.
She is
a
vile.
emotional villain. She rules everyone emotionally.
But like I never knew. As a kid watching the show, I was just like, oh, that's like, you know, like I thought she was just smart and cool. No. She was manipulating me and I wasn't even in the show.
You know, that's the lesson. That's the lesson
Why?
Adventure Time showed you. You can get manipulated and you will never know.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know. This whole time I thought she was like, oh, she's cool, you know. She's smart. Finn is just a dumbass. No, it's literally all her. It was her from the start, and it will always be her.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Adventure Time, I never grew up watching it, but like the few episodes I caught watching it, like when I still had cable a few years ago, I am surprised that they had a Korean unicorn talking. Like what?
They came out the cut too.
You rarely hear Korean on American television, and then boom, it's just there.
Right? They were
Who
Who made the
so-
choice?
Only
Not
supposed
only
to be
was it
Korean.
her, their kids also spoke Korean too.
Oh, they did too. They had
Yeah,
kids?
Yeah.
The Korean unicorn she had babies with Jake.
Jake
And
raw dogged her shit, man.
Gross.
God damn it, you ruined it. I was like, oh, it's
Unlimited.
something. He said raw dog.
And then
literally raw dog.
and so the babies. What's interesting about the kids is like, I really hope they get their own spinoff because it is hilarious. They are god level power superheroes. Like
Yep.
That'd
the
be
things
cool.
that they can do, like they're like Jack from The Incredibles, but like it's all of them.
Oh, they do look.
Yeah, I think they're cool.
They do. They're all like various colors too, from what I'm looking at on Google right now.
Yeah, and like I think they age really fast too. I think
Yeah.
one of them is like already like an adult and they have their own kids, and like now Jake is a granddad.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like I already retired and everything. Has his own business and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga matured
The
faster
Korean
than Jake too, so his son was tired as
Just-
fuck of him.
There's a picture of them. They just morphed into like a Megazord of some sort.
Do y'all remember when Jake died and then Finn was like, "Dude, Jake, come on, come back to Earth. It's okay." And then Jake was like, "Nah, man, it was my time. It's time to go." And like, Jake did not care to return back to Earth for him at all.
Mm-hmm.
He was just over him. He was like, "You know what? It's okay, Finn. I'm dead now." And I thought that I was like, "Wow." They just had a lot of like sensitive subjects that were like really real.
Yeah.
Or do y'all remember when?
That's when.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say. Also, when Adventure Time got scary, because like usually it was like some random like weird shit, and then like it just starts going like existential and be like, yeah, this nigga's gonna die. Nothing can be done about it. You're gonna sit here and watch these niggas suffer from it. It's gonna be long and painful.
What's the name of that one box? You know the yellow box with the pink guy in it?
Yellow box with the pink guy. Oh,
It's the pink guy.
Prismo.
Prismo. Do you remember when the Lich was trapped in Prismo? And do you remember that one scene when he broke out and his body melted over and like he was staring into the souls of the camera? That shit was creepy. Like that was low-key nightmare fuel, like Courage the Cowardly Dog level.
Oh, Courage had some shit.
Courage, yes.
Courage was goated.
I could not watch that in the dark at night. No.
I did not want to watch Courage when I was a kid because I remember, like, the only episode I remember when I was a kid from Courage was that the Return the Slab. And when I seen that shit as a kid, I said, oh, hell fuck no.
So when that would come on, I would turn to George Lopez on Nick at Night. I would just I would turn away so quick because it was so weird. But I do miss when Cartoon Network had their like teen series. Like I don't know why they stopped doing this, but they used to have like slightly mature shows like Total Drama back in like the first season, or what was it called? 16?
Yeah.
16. Like I miss their sort of like mature shows.
I was one of those kids who watched Adult Swim after. I was waiting for Adult Swim, not Cartoon Network.
Yeah, for me it was Toonami and Adult Swim. Like sure, you had Courage and all those other shows were like bangers, but
Robot Chicken felt like nightmare fuel, so I would always turn away.
Yo, Chicken did have some weird shit in it. I'm not gonna hold you.
For me, it felt like I wasn't supposed to watch it, so I didn't watch it for that reason. But when I started watching, I'm like, damn, this shit is weird.
Yeah, that's when the demon hours come in.
The demon hours.
These action figures. Yo, you remember that one? It was a Christmas one. I forgot what it was. They were singing and then just death.
Yes.
Just death.
I think there's just something about claymation that's just so disturbing too.
Yeah. No, it's the low quality one. It's the low quality claymation, because if it's the high quality one, like some of the kids' cartoons, those look fine. But when it's the Adult Swim ones, those are ugly and creepy. And...
Oh my god, I hate some of the shit Adult Swim made, because I looked at some of it, and some Adult Swim shows is just a whole bunch of weird fucking death shit just cuz. Like I've seen this one episode of the show called Mr. Pickles. And it was basically a Satan worshipping dog that just kills people and eat people and shit. And I'm just sitting here like, where's the joke?
You're missing the best part. The dog wanted to fuck the mom.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
Oh my god.
The whole show was just weird. I'm just sitting here like, where's the joke? It's just a fucking dog being weird. This looks ugly. I hate it.
I remember there was an episode that it was like it was a cult. Everyone's just laid out dead because of the dog. And the mom is like, blindfolded on like a crucifix, tied up type shit, right? And like, oh, is this the pizza guy here? And the dog is prepared to like, just like go for it, to plunge inside of her. But he said he looked at himself and went, I shouldn't be doing this, and just pushed her out.
Oh my god.
This shit is just so fucking weird.
Bro, Mr. Pickles is stupid.
Or
and the grandpa knows he's a killer, but everyone thinks he's crazy. Stop it to my ass, Grandpa. It wasn't me, it was the dog.
Ew, that's horrible, first of all.
I hate it.
But me and Dizzy off stream were having a debate
That's
about
me.
if Bob's Burgers was okay for kids, right? And he put up a really good argument. And then, until my sister came home one day, this was like last year, right? And my sister was like, so my sister's in the 8th grade, and she was telling me how they were watching Bob's Burgers in class, right? Because it was like the end of the year. You know, when you're in middle school, teachers don't be doing shit at the end of the year. They just put it on TV.
Yeah.
They got to this one part of Bob's Burgers, and it was literally like this guy who was obsessed with like this sex doll, and they went to a sex shop, and there were dildos in the shop and everything. And they,
Oh my
mind you,
God.
these are 8th graders watching this, and so that was my closing statement for that debate. I was like, there is no way. There is no way this is okay for kids.
I just seen the softer episodes of Bob's Burgers and the Bob's Burgers movie. The Bob's Burgers movie barely had
is
any
a
cuss
good
words. That movie
I need
barely
to
had
watch
any
that.
cuss words. It was really good. I recommend it.
Yeah, it was really good. It's kids could definitely watch that. That one is fine. But the regular show, no.
Mhm.
Regular shows are a little too weird for me. I tried watching it and I'm just spaced out.
Regular show was funny at sometimes, but most of the time it's really fucking weird. Also, the two main characters are some dickheads for real. Like they're both dickheads. Like some people say like, oh no, Mordecai's a worst friend. No, they're both bad.
Yeah,
They're-
they're both equally bad.
They're just
both
really bad. They're really bad. Rigby would cuck his friend in a heartbeat, and fucking Mordecai really fucking
too.
and Mordecai
Mordecai
really
is
went
such an
up.
O.
I hate this shit because I remember when Mordecai went up on stage into his friend's wedding just to say,
Muscle Man.
Muscle Man's wedding, just to say, I don't get bitches. That's crazy, ain't it? Like, can y'all believe it?
Like,
And then Muscle Man sitting there like, nigga, this is my wedding. But hold on, bro. I don't get bitches. I got 2 bitches that I like in this crowd right now. And I don't get bitches.
Time and place, man.
Uh-huh.
And place.
Oh man.
That was the worst
fair-
shit he could have ever done. And nobody liked him for that shit neither. He literally just did that shit and had nobody side him for it.
I had secondhand embarrassment just watching that shit.
That show,
That was main
okay.
character syndrome for real.
watching it, I never realized why people hate Pops. And then I went on a Reddit, like, subreddit thingy, and they were talking about the most hated regular show character is definitely Pops. And I didn't understand it until I rewatched it one day. I was like, oh my God, sometimes Pops do be doing the most. Like, it'll be something really small and it'll inconvenience him, and then he'll have a whole temper tantrum and it'll affect the entire part. Like, he'll cry for the smallest thing ever, and he'll be like, and then Benson gets all stressed out and threatens to fire everybody because that's his manager. He low-key be doing worse stuff than Mordecai and Rigby sometimes.
And Skip's gotta deal with all that shit.
It's funny because Pops be doing some shit, and Ben's like, Mordecai and Rigby, who gave Pops this fucking knife? And then fucking
He
Mordecai
always
Rigby like,
blames them.
it's like, bro, I was just sitting in the fucking room playing Sega Genesis. I don't care. Get that knife out of Pops' hand, or you're fired.
But you're closer, bro. Like,
Bro,
yeah, man. Can you just
Skips
do
was
it?
the only non-dickhead character.
Yeah. Except for that one episode. Skips was the only non-dickhead character, except for like 2 episodes, actually. That one episode where Rigby had that little, that contraption to beat him in arm wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And then that other episode when fucking Mordecai and Rigby needed help with a computer. Because when they needed help with a computer, and they said, and like Skips didn't know what the fuck to do with computers. They was like, "Oh, it's okay, Skips." And he's like, "No, I'm supposed to fix anything. I'm Skips.
Oh, the Tech Lord episode.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm Skips. I'm supposed to fix anything." It's like, it's okay, Skips. You don't need to fix this. Just like, it's whatever, man. And he was just being a whole dickhead. He was pissed that they had to hire a nigga for it. He was so ready to smash that fucking computer. And then that other episode when Rigby was beating him in arm wrestling thanks to like a little toy thing, fucking, it was like Rigby wasn't really even talking shit like that neither until Skips was doing shit to him. like
Oh,
Rick,
shit, dude.
Rigby was like after that one night he beat Skips at arm wrestling. Skips was like, Rigby, give me a rematch. Not right now, man. I'm playing video games. Give me a rematch. I'm playing video games, bro. What's your problem? And then he fucking picks up the whole Sega Genesis and smashed that shit against the wall. And then he's like, bro, what the fuck? And then they gotta go snitch to the boss on the nigga. And Skips wasn't pussy about it either. He said straight to Benson's face like, yeah, I broke it. And he's like, what? And then Benson was shook. Benson was dead ass shit. He's like, well, y'all was right. Oh, well, wow. Oh, okay. Well, Skips, you gotta pay them back. I'm not paying him back until he arm wrestles me. Man, why the fuck you want me to arm wrestle you so fucking bad, bro? All I gotta do is try to play Sega Genesis. Golly. And he arm wrestled again. He arm wrestled again and fucking beat him again. And it was like, give me my fucking PlayStation at the end of the day. Upgrade from Sega Genesis to PlayStation. And then fucking, and then when Mordecai snitched on the motherfucker and say how he was doing it, Skips ripped that shit off of Rigby's arm and literally killed him.
Yeah, he killed him. Yeah.
He killed him over this shit. Like he knew he didn't need to do all that. He lifted that nigga in the air and slammed him into the table, breaking that shit. He was doing too much and he knew it.
No. Do y'all remember when Muscle Man, it was like a prank war? It was between like Mordecai and Rigby, and then Muscle Man was like, he was like, your pranks are so lame. And then so they teamed up to prank Muscle Man. And then he ended up having a bitch fit and crying to Benson, acting like it was really affecting him. And then when Benson got on them, he was laughing. And then he kept switching up every time Benson would look at him. And then so Benson like literally made them apologize and take it all back. And then Muscle Man ended up getting away with the whole thing. I hate Muscle Man. He's so ugly. He's so ugly.
Half the characters in that show, majority of the characters in that show were some dickheads. I'm not gonna hold you. Mordecai, Rigby, Muscle Man, Benson, Hi-Fi Ghost was chill, and Skips were chill.
Was Muscle Man and his girlfriend supposed to be Shrek and Fiona?
Yeah.
Because like I looked at them now, like, ew, they look just like them, except they don't get prettier.
They don't get prettier.
They don't get prettier. They stay ugly.
Oh.
And then the Muscle Man's girlfriend.
Shrek.
What's up, Shrek?
Oh, speaking of Shrek, what do you guys prefer more, 2D or 3D animation, or is it just kind of an intermix for everyone?
I'd say
It
it really depends.
Fritz wise.
I'd say for preference, I prefer 2D because because majority of the time 2D you can make that shit look good.
3D crap too.
You can make 3D. 3D can look worse, much easier. It can look bad much easier than 2D can.
Yeah.
There's plenty of 3D movies around to prove that. Bootlegs.
But they have made some really good 3D animation shows and movies. So I can't deny when they make the 3D animation good, they make that shit good. But I don't think it can beat the peak of 2D. When a 2D animation is going at all fucking cylinders, that shit's clean. All cylinders going. Fucking what's it called? Pistons and shit going.
Pistons.
Yeah.
Gears.
Yeah. Carburetors. I know cars.
When that Ford F-150 is off on the tracks, it's going, bitch.
Oh.
Yeah. Spoiler adds speed, right?
I don't want to spoil for anybody, but because it's an old show, but still I know a lot of people don't know about it. But Over the Garden Wall, have any of you watched it?
That's the one with the princess with the long pointy nose, and people have mixed opinions about it.
No,
it's on Cartoon Network.
It was with the boy with the little pointy hat. It was only like 10, 12 episodes.
And it's really good. It's more of like the the older brother pretty much doesn't really appreciate his little brother. He really thinks that he's just an annoying little dickhead because it's his step brother, so he's not like blood related to him. But he ends up learning a lot of lessons. It ends up like almost dying, and it basically teaches him like to appreciate the people he has in his life. And I thought it was a really good message because I know a lot of step families go through that kind of stuff.
It was a really good like overall message.
Yeah, but it's kind of a small series, so a lot of people don't know about it because it only lasted on Cartoon Network for about a week because it was supposed to be like an autumn special. And I remember watching it, but I know a lot of people don't.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that.
What's that one cute cartoon that you love, Dizzy Mochi? Oh my
I
god,
love a few cute
it's
cartoons.
Secret Ultimate Awesome Mountain, or
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
That is one hell of a title.
Are you talking about Super Ultra 4 Awesome? That shit I did not.
Yes.
Well, I liked it
You
when I was a
loved
kid.
it.
I liked it when I was a
You
kid, but it was
loved
not cute. It was not cute. I liked it because I don't remember why I liked it. I don't remember I liked
Stupid.
it.
It was a mess. That's why you liked it.
Yeah, I like messes.
yeah, your Uncle Grandpa.
Uncle Grant.
You take that shit back. I do not like Uncle Grandpa.
he loves Clarence and Uncle Grandpa. Those are his like.
Clarence was okay.
Never heard it.
I'll give.
I am Googling my ass off right now trying to figure out what these titles are.
Uncle
Okay,
Grandpa was
Google-
an ugly ass cartoon where it was where somebody's this person, Uncle Grandpa, is everybody's uncle and grandpa. Literally
I feel like I've
everybody's.
seen this one before.
And
No.
he got some.
I get to
He has some superpowers and shit.
call you that. I get to call you that because you call me Flapjack. You call me Flapjack.
Well,
So
don't-
I get to-
You make flapjack sounds. Don't be mad at me for that.
True.
Okay, Anthony. No, because Anthony doesn't know. I guess I do sound like Flapjack sometimes, but you are Uncle Grandpa.
I don't sound like Uncle
Consider-
Grandpa.
I need to
Sometimes-
listen to Flapjacks again. I have not heard it in a while.
Oh my god. Flapjack's voice actor is in Battle Kitty.
Yeah.
He's one of the monsters in there. But no. Oh, we gotta talk about Chowder though.
I love
Because I know you guys
Chowder.
know about Chowder.
I
Chowder?
watched a bit of Chowder too.
Chowder was really good.
Oh my fucking god! I just realized I look like Chowder with my purple hoodie
Yeah.
and shit.
You do look like Chowder.
Oh, when you have your what's it called? Gengar little hat.
Yeah.
Yes, he wears anything purple. He looks like Chowder.
I just realized I hate it. I do look like Chowder.
Oh my god, he looks like Chowder in that Eat Ass video on his
Why didn't I notice that?
I hate it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's you. That's you.
Yeah, Dre wrote it. I just filmed it.
I was
Holy
no, the fuck, no, you wrote that shit.
You handed that nigga a piece of bread and said, "You don't gotta eat ass no more. Here's some bread." Nah, I need booty.
I remember that video.
That
Uh-huh.
one-off idea has spun off into a whole life of its own.
Bro.
No, do you know, Anthony? I don't know. His shirt faded out actually. Like the real big eat ass shirt.
Oh
it's
yeah.
gone.
I saw it.
It's completely faded.
What happened? Did you watch it too much?
I probably
It's
watched
old.
it too much. I probably watched
It's
it
older
too
he
much.
watched.
You know, it could be the fact that I always wash clothes with hot water. That could also be what it is.
I was.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was telling
At
you,
least
cold water
Flip
preserves
it,
the shirt.
flip it inside out too.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know I should flip it inside out. I didn't know that.
Okay,
think-
now it's time for my old head to come out of it.
I
What's
think
the oldest cartoons you guys have watched?
Oldest?
Oldest?
Because I feel like in terms of animation stuff, I'm mainly more of a old 2D person. That's why.
The oldest I've ever watched, probably
Like those
Yogi
shows on
Bear.
Jet. Oh, Hanna-Barbera.
Yogi
That's right.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of like that Spider-Man that goes to the.
Oh, Jetix shows are slaps. Oh my god, Yin Yang
Wait,
Yo!
The X-Men.
Are we talking about shows that like? Does this count for like? Do we have to like be alive when it first came out, or it's just that you watched
Just the
it in general?
oldest one that you remember watching.
Oh my god. Okay. It was back when the Looney Tunes was in World War II.
Oh, yeah.
that's what I first. That was one of my first ever cartoons I
love
ever
those.
watched, and I don't know how I was able to see this, but they had like Nazi symbols and like
It was a
they
kid's
had like
cartoon.
it was so
It was
bad. They were like,
propaganda.
I know which one you're talking about, and I watched that on repeat because I have a VHS of it, like a collection of it.
Oh,
do you remember
no,
the
that's
part
an
when
anime.
the somebody had got like they were like trying to recruit people for wars and they were like you can pay your home off in 30 years if you fight like German people. I'm like, oh my god.
That was probably different. I remember the one where Daffy has to infiltrate like a Nazi base or something,
Uh-huh.
and then at the end he hits the shit out of Hitler with the hammer.
And then he becomes like the king. He becomes like the leader or something. I don't remember, but like he was just standing there, and like it was like a giant coliseum, and like Hitler dies.
A giant
Okay, I
coliseum.
The oldest one I've ever watched or was exposed to was old black and white Tom and Jerry, and not Cat and Mouse Tom and Jerry, but just old black and white Tom and Jerry.
Goddamn.
Let me Google it.
No, do you remember when Tom and Jerry had like really racist like mamifications?
That black woman.
A black woman and but then they tried to clean it up. In the future, they made a statement saying, "Oh no, guys, she owned that house. She wasn't the servant." Like, no,
Yeah, there was that too.
they were trying to pass it off as like, it's like she owns the house, y'all. Like, y'all are just crazy right now. Bye.
Bye. The bye.
Yes.
And I remember because she had a voice too, and like she sounded like they just made her stereotypical.
That's Tom
I put it in the
and
chat.
Jerry.
Yeah, that someone for my birthday, whatever, they just bought like a random cartoon DVD, and because it just said Tom and Jerry, they thought that was it. But no, this I do remember there was this one episode where, of course, it's like really racial at the time. It had them doing blackface.
Oh my god.
Yep. To like go because they had land on the island or something. But I always remember the piano one where they're trying to fix that piano tune, the broken key.
I know what you're talking about.
And I always thought that when you take out the piano keys, it would come out in like a snake.
No, we were watching the Baymax series, right? And you know the intro of most like Disney animations and how they have Mickey Mouse whistling and using the little like he's steering. That's actually like if you watch the full thing, like and not the little intro they put in, it's racist because later on it's a blackface thing and he's literally like singing like Cotton Eye Joe or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
it was
it's like some sort of just deep voice song, something like that.
It's so bad, and they put it in the intro of everything, and people don't even realize like the origin of that. Because they do it in the movie theaters too.
I put the black and white Tom and Jerry on screen.
Oh my god!
I put it right in between all y'all.
Hey Tom. Hey Jerry.
He fits right in between y'all perfectly. I hate it. They really fit right there perfectly.
Did Bugs Bunny have any like racist moments? I know. Like,
yes, he did.
I don't remember.
Oh God, he did. Wait, I remember. Let me tell you. I remember there was this one. It was instead of Elmer Fudd or Yosemite Sam, he was going against this little black kid. And this,
I remember it was part of the VHS collection that I had too.
Oh
my fucking god!
It was so bad. I remember it was doing a whole bunch of racial stereotypes with the black kid.
Yes, it was.
And one time he said I got dice, and it made the black kid stop chasing him. And they just sat there. They was sat in a bush shooting dice with each other.
Oh my fuck!
No,
I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember the title for it.
That reminds me of something modern that you guys showed me. By Odin's Fade. That is
the new Miles Morales comic.
Wait, Anthony, do you know that one? That is so bad.
Which comic?
It was there's a Miles Morales What If #4. It's when he becomes
Thor.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know about that.
He says a whole bunch of it was like so many black stereotypes. It felt so racist. This nigga said he said by Odin's Fade. The shit that made me the maddest. He did said that. He said that in the comic. And the shit that made me the maddest about it. Odin was bald in the comic. He was a black bald man. Why did you say by Odin's Fade if he was bald? What fade?
Okay,
That's how I know you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. It just wanted to say some black shit.
The part that pissed me off the most, and I know they don't know the meaning of it, is when they were putting shoes on top of the phone wires and landlines and stuff.
He said
Like,
Asgard was
they
his
don't
hood.
know. Right. They don't know what any of that stuff means at all. It just seemed like that one white kid at school who like wants to fit in so bad.
Fresh
what it
said
looked
he
like.
racist.
Okay, but hold on, put it in the chat. This
Let me
is
see.
cool though. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah, when he has the graffitied hammer, I'm not gonna hold you. It do look cool.
And he says hammer time.
Hammer time.
Like that fits so well. I like it.
They did him dirty in there. I don't know why they thought that was gonna be cool.
Hey,
Or
what you expect?
Look,
I want to get into something
Freshy,
a little
look,
more
the
like.
graffiti on the hammer. Look.
I want to get into something a little more interesting. Cartoon BBWs. Because I think Chowder. You guys know that lady from Chowder that's always trying to.
Oh yeah.
That was the first. I think that was the first notable cartoon BBW I saw, and she had physics and everything. And I remember she smashed Schnitzel. I was like, oh my gosh.
Getting in that shit.
She didn't just have a wagon. She had the station wagon.
Oh my god.
And then Pixar moms. They all Pixar moms.
all
are big.
Yeah, everyone who animates at Pixar loves ass, dude.
The mom from Onward.
No, was it?
Even Baymax, like Big Hero 6, she's sitting behind the coffee counter and you can see her BBL. It's like she had a whole body done and everything. Like, oh my god.
Even I forgot, it was from Incredibles.
Oh,
either the babysitter or someone from part 2. I don't remember.
The mom
last ago, you remember when she was trying to slick through the elevator door and her butt got stuck? And it was big.
Yes.
all that goddamn crazy hard. Golly.
God damn, you know Mr. Incredible's having a good ass time.
But I like Pixar though. They
He's stretching it
they
out.
were gonna
really memorable.
They were gonna like delay what's it called? Disney was trying to like make them delay the Buzz Lightyear movie, the new one, because they had like a queer scene in it. But then Pixar was like, we're just gonna cancel the whole movie if you do that. So how about that? And then they were like, damn, that's like millions gone. Can't do that.
Like, damn, hold on, that's my money. Hold on,
it's either the gays or money. Which one do we pick?
All right, all right, you fruits, you gonna get what you want.
I feel like it's only because the public found out. If the public didn't find out, they would have got away with taking that scene out the movie.
Honestly,
wait, have you guys seen it?
I have not. I want to see it.
Okay, there was an aspect I was like, what? Because I haven't seen it, but they changed up something, and it kind of makes me sad.
Is there Pixar moms in the movie?
Yeah, Pixar. I think they do a really good job at just like bringing a lot of different characters to light. Like, it was the Baymax series, and it was this middle school girl, and she was, you know how puberty and menstrual cycles and everything, and they had Baymax go and buy like tampons and pads, and they had a transgender person there, and it was showing a lot of representation because a lot of people think that transgender people don't have regular body cycles because of the hormones they take, but it's actually that's just a myth. Like they still do live normal lives like everybody else. And so I was surprised they went that far into like detail on everything.
Freshie, don't do that. No.
Big Jap. Oh yeah, Anthony's here. I gotta do it.
Wait.
I gotta do it. I got 4.3K points too.
Wait,
I can redeem that.
Points don't count for podcast. Points don't count for podcast. Points don't count for podcast.
Points don't count for podcast. Bitch, bye. I'm gonna put that on there.
God. Why not?
Because I don't want to meow for this. Because this whole fucking thing is supposed to be us talking, and I don't want to meow for this whole thing.
Fresh drives a hard.
Fine.
I'm gonna save up my 5K points, and I'm gonna ruin your next stream. I'm ruining it.
Points are allowed.
Let's all agree. Bet. No one cared for Toy Story 4, right?
Toy Story 4. I watched like half of it, and then I was like, nah, I'm good on this.
Where's the meow for 10 minutes? I gotta find it. Oh, there we go.
God damn it. God damn it, meow.
This sounds worse than the ass eater video already.
Yeah, meow. Why are you so hyped for me to meow?
No, meow cutely and extensively. I needed to make my points worth it, or I'm gonna refund. Yeah.
Extensively, meow.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, nigga, you better meow. On God.
How do I
Oh,
extensively meow?
I want all the meows.
DizzyCast to Dizzy Cat.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a yum yum.
You know what? I don't know why, but lately hanging around Dizzy, he reminds me more and more of what's that big nigga from South Park, the main character that just does
Chef
outlandish
Meow.
shit.
That was Chef Meow. Wait, Cartman or Chef Meow?
Cartman. You're Cartman.
Wow.
You're-
Screw you guys. I'm going home. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
No, I'm telling you, he be doing stuff. Yeah,
He's a weird one, a crazy
it was
one.
it was when we first met, though, because see, now he's calmed down a lot. When we first met, he was wild. He used to say things that were horrible. I was like, oh my God, Cartman.
Meow. Like what? What did I used to say, meow?
I don't want you to get canceled on Twitter. I'm not saying.
Okay, meow. But I do remember South Park was it was an okay cartoon, meow.
I remember when Cartman took one of his friends to court for because he wanted his balls sucked. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Imagination Land.
That was a whole ass special, meow.
It
I
said,
can't take you seriously.
I know my balls suck me. You gonna take my balls or what? So you gonna take my balls or what? Meow.
there it is.
Or do you remember? What was it? It was Family Guy. And you remember when Brian had like found that other dog that he had lost in the park years ago, and that guy wanted revenge on him so bad that he convinced him that he was rich and everything just so he could make him get a vasectomy. And
No, for a second
he
he was
ended up
getting neutered, meow. I remember that shit.
Yeah, and he was like, that was the most pettiest evil plan I've seen in an animation. Like, he literally sat there and convinced Brian that, yeah, I've been doing good all these years. I'm chilling. And he was like, oh, the reason how I got rich, I got neutered. I don't get horny no more, bro. And then he lied. He lied straight to his face. And then,
Meow.
and then the funniest part about it is he gave him a book about like how he became rich, and in the book he said plans to cut off Brian's balls, and Brian lied to him and said, "Oh, I read the book, yeah, bro." So he was like, "You dumbass didn't read the book." It said he was gonna cut your balls off. So it's canon that Brian has one testicle.
Oh, speaking of blackface and Family Guy, you heard the episode when Peter said, "Well, Lois, I'm gonna go to the center of town, paint myself black, and dance." And Lois said, "What?"
Is that a recent or what?
No,
Was that?
I think it was kind of
Yeah, it was kind of a couple years ago.
And
But-
Lois whooped his ass. Peter said, "Why do you announce all these stupid things to get a rise out of me?"
That's not, no. That Blue, do you remember when me and Dizzy had like matching profiles and I was Lois? That was the scene that made me realize that was real for us. I'm telling you, the amount of stupid things I have had to convince him out of. Oh my God!
Peter Griffin is Dizzy or Curd.
Dre, you do look like the type of person to make a house puppet.
I'm not saying I didn't, meow.
I miss when Cartoon Network was a little less censored, and like, do you remember when Heather was racist? She used to come for Lashana and be like, "Lashana, you have crunchy weave, young weave." I'm like, oh my God, she used to say really, she used to say really bad things. Like, but when Heather,
did she call her? Didn't Heather call Lashana ghetto, meow?
yeah, she said you're a ghetto black girl or something like that.
She said
like,
she said like ghetto hood rat or some shit like that, meow.
I don't think it was that far.
I do remember she said ghetto. I know she said ghetto, meow.
She said ghetto and big butt. I remember that.
What's it called? Oh, when she came for her hair, she called her hair nappy. I was like, oh my God. Like,
they wanted you to hate Heather.
And then when her shirt flipped up and like her breasts were exposed, and then she was flipping everybody off.
haven't seen it uncensored.
Man,
'Cause
yes.
I haven't.
Oh my god, the uncensored. No, and that's not even the full uncensored. If you want to see the full uncensored, you gotta change your region and watch it because in other countries they've banned a lot of it here, even on the
Oh, yeah.
uncensored version.
Makes
But
sense.
if you go to like, if you switch your VPN to another like region, you can see all of the fucked up shit they used to do. Like Duncan was really wild. I never knew Duncan was on some of the stuff he used to do.
Oh yeah, Duncan was nuts. He was trying to fuck what's her face.
Courtney, man.
Courtney.
I feel like
Yeah.
he had.
down for it. Courtney was down bad for a bad boy.
Yeah.
I feel like
And
he
then
had
there was
that
that one
Usher
episode
STD.
she got voted off by Napoleon Dynamite. I only remember as that. I don't remember his name. Only that he looked like Napoleon Dynamite.
No,
That nigga name was Harold or some shit, man.
I'm still pissed at how Lashana got eliminated. They literally like, it was just like a random like she was winning and everything, and then like you know what, fuck you, Lashana, go home. Even though it was so bullshit. I was like, Lashana could have won. I wanted her to win.
Wasn't it
I like her.
Goff? I forgot her name.
Gwen, yeah.
Yeah, Gwen. She won Total Drama Island, right?
Nah, she was a finesse. Well, it depends on where you from, because if you're in Canada or in America, they got two different endings, meow.
Oh, I
If
didn't
you're
know.
in-
Okay, that I didn't know that.
In America, we got Owen winning, but in Canada, I think she won. Meow.
That's so cool.
They're both good characters. I could see them both winning, regardless. What was that one girl? She was like a lawyer or like a lawyer in training. She was a light skinned girl, but she was like really like stuck up and didn't
That's
like
Courtney,
anybody.
meow. That's Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney used to piss me off with some of the shit she would do because she was such a snitch. Like you couldn't get away with anything around her. I want them to make like a butterfly effect game with Total Drama Island, like Life is Strange,
That could be hard, meow.
right? Meow.
Why did they make the chef guy look like just like Samuel Jackson? Like what's up with that?
I think that was an intention because
That's gotta be the point, meow.
And he was always forced. No matter what he cooked, you had to eat it.
Oh yeah.
They had to eat it. What cartoons have you guys been watching recently?
I like Castlevanias. I'm gonna watch that show Dead End, meow.
Hey, like, is it out yet?
Yes, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saving for that. I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
that. That's what I'm watching next.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch, but I watched bits and pieces. That train show.
Infinity Train, that shit slaps.
Infinity Train, yeah.
Oh my god, it's so
Yeah.
good.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good show that got some lessons in it. Meow.
Yeah.
It's been 10 minutes. I can stop.
Privatization, all that stuff.
Bitch, you ain't saying enough meows for me, but okay.
I said it a lot.
Oh, Dre, remember that time we went to watch Sausage Party?
Yeah, I remember we went to theaters to see that shit. I remember,
Yes.
and I remember
We were all
everybody's
horrified.
after we were just all in the car, just silent as fuck, just uncomfortable as hell. And I wanted to break the silence. I said, "Y'all want to
You
get
wanted
something
to
to
break
eat?"
the silence so much.
I said, "Y'all want to get something to eat?"
When I watched Sausage Party, I really didn't think it was that bad. But at the time, like, I was like doing bad shit as a kid. Like, I was watching like 50 Shades of Grey. I like read all the books and everything. So when I saw Sausage Party, I thought it was more funny than like disturbing, I guess.
Oh yeah, I think that's the same impression for me too.
Sausage Party was really
It just
fucking
lasted
wild.
too long. It lasted too long with the crowd that I was in. I was like, it's like,
No.
That orgy scene was really long.
yeah, it's that orgy scene that really made it like a.
That's the
not,
shit that-
not because I was uncomfortable, but because there was parents with their kids.
Mhm.
Oh,
Jesus.
That shit was real
I remember, like,
uncomfortable.
You would be in like the line to get into like the tickets, and parents would be like, "Don't let your kids see Sausage Party." And like, duh, it's rated. Obvious, it's rated
Yes.
for a reason. Like,
Mhm.
you should
And
read.
Seth Rogen is a director in that shit.
Yep. So it's expected.
My
No,
my mom bought me a shirt of Sausage Party. Said, "Oh, I know you went to go see that movie." I said, "Thanks." I never wore it.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Telling.
Did you tell him about the fucking fart machine your mom bought?
Oh, that was the fart machine. It was what it was. It was a little bank, a little ass bank. A
Oh,
little
it's in the, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I know.
it was a little coin bank that's like ass shaped, and like you just I think like when you put money in it, it makes a fart sound. But also,
Hold on.
when the first time Anthony came over to my house, and my
No,
mom was.
I've came over before, but it was like when your mom actually greeted me and we
No,
were
it was like no, it was the first time you came over with that thing in the house. She wanted to put like a little bit of hair on it.
Oh,
What is wrong?
your mom is literally so wild. No,
Yeah.
I'd be having conversations with his mom. She just be telling me the most wild things, and I'd be like, I see how he turned out the way he turned out. I can see it.
Yeah.
I told y'all. If y'all ever wonder why I'm like this, it's my mother. But we had a good time here. Any final words from any of y'all?
Don't be afraid to let a show educate your children on norms.
Okay.
That's a good message.
Mm-hmm. Anything for you, Anthony, man? She just said okay.
I'm trying my hardest because I feel so out of place the entire conversation, and because my knowledge of animation was just okay up to Clone Wars and then boom, done.
You did a good job. You did a good job.
We had a good time.
But we survived.
You're amazing.
How about you, Aloe Vera Sauce? Any closing words?
The full
Okay,
name.
I actually have a real closing word thing. Not to shade you, Blue, but I feel like a lot of parents are scared to like let their children see queer like identities on cartoons and TV because they think it's going to turn them gay. I want you to know I was a Disney kid and all we saw was princesses and princes, and I'm still very, very fruity. So I don't think that really matters. I don't think it matters what you show your kids. They're going to be who they are.
Yeah,
So, you know?
100%.
Hey.
I still think about Roxanne from Goofy Movie to this day.
What you're turning kids into furries instead of like gay? The fuck?
Hey, there's a difference, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't a furry,
We don't kink shame here. Wait, why did I take over this podcast? Hold on.
Are you kink shaming right now, Dre? Is this what you're doing?
We had a good time. I hope y'all.
Booty soup.
Booty soup.
Booty soup. That sounds delicious. How the fuck?
I hope y'all had a good time. I hope y'all had something good to drink on. I hope y'all had something good to eat on.
Yeah.
I hope your mama, your daddy, your auntie, you know that little cousin you don't talk to. I don't talk to him neither, but you know I hope he good. There's probably a reason nobody talks to him though. But I hope all y'all good. I love y'all. Bye.